let's try this again. All right, yeah, enough of that. So, I guess today, well, right now, whatever day it is, whatever day you find this, I'm just gonna try to utilize the bridge again I mean, because I'm really all over the place. There's so many different ways you could route things, but um, I guess I kind of want to use the bridge and just take one prismatic ray into the staircase and mangle it a bunch of times and see like what I can do. So let's just go from this prismatic ray into the source. We're gonna do divide by 4 into mix it with divided by 1, right? CV that with the same prismatic ray. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, nothing too bonkers right now. But what we can do is use this other prismatic ray to modulate. Alright, I'll take that. And then next step we'll take we'll take this divided by 2 out and we'll go into this mixer, blah, into the filter. And then we'll fade that by this other prismatic ray. Wow, that cable is way too long. Right here. And then we need a VC. So we're gonna, well, not venture capitalist, you know what I mean. So triple video, and then we're gonna go out from that into red. Cool. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Kind of want to modulate the original prismatic ray some more, and actually we're gonna take this, no, wrong, modulation point, the triple video, we're going to go into the multiple actually, and we're going to drop it down, and we're going to take that and use that be the genesis for all of the modulation points in this patch. So now we just dropped it down. Alright, so this is lowest, middle, highest. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at that. So we're maxed out at 5. Oh my god, this camera. We maxed it out at times 5. And so the times 5 is going out to the phase of the staircase, which is right there, right? Next, we're going to take that same times 5, smaller patch cable maybe, and we're going to go out to here, to this pedestal. Whoa. I'm going to make it horizontal again. Alright, so originally, or this was horizontal and vertical, I meant. So let's drop down the voltage, or not the voltage, the speed of the LFO. Okay, that's a really cool pattern. But let's say we want it stable. Let's just take it out. Let's just put it into this waveform generator. And there we go. So we got something really cool right there. Really like that. Actually, it looks like up top, 2 glasses with like a nose like spewing down this like ray of I don't even know. It just is, or maybe it's coming from their head. I can't tell. Maybe it is a third eye thing. It kind of looks like that. So here's the filter. Let's see what we can do with that, if that really is doing anything. Oh yeah, we have to do the modulation point. That's how we're gonna see that. My bad. So VC here into here. Okay. So now we can sort of see the filter. Yeah. And so here's the prismatic ray, and here's the other one. That's pretty cool. You get some good density out of it. But here's the shape change, or not shape changer, the staircase, and look at that. When I drop down the frequency all the way, you get this, which is really cool. And you increase it, you can see where layering it on top and playing with the phase, you could do a lot of things here. I was playing with the different variations. That's really nice. I'm going to actually modulate that frequency with this. Whoa. Now you got some like gloopy like nodules. Um, that's really cool. And what's kind of giving that, that is playing with the pedestal over here, the VC of that. So if I max it out all the way to the right, you get that. All the way to the left, you get that. But in the middle, you get this really cool, like moving around a bend. I mean, it's definitely part of this being modulated right there, but it plays into it. And that right there is the type of thing I'm talking about. Because look how it bends around the line right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, let's play with the filter a little more. See, I could blow out the filter, or like turn it all the way down. Here's the lowest setting. I always have it the highest setting and edge in the middle. Usually, not all the time, but a fair amount. But so let's just drop it down so it's really subtle, like that. And we'll actually take another output of the triple video into blue. That is gorgeous. Because look at that blue, purple. Let me change this to it is vertical. Yeah, that's a drastic shift right there. And what that was is mainly playing with the multiple or the multiply, and just really, we're dealing with large frequency sets. So even though they've been restricted, they're very sensitive. So if it is a thing, as much as it is annoying, is good hand control. Is having really good small knob precision. Granted, every module is different in terms of the tightness of the knob and if it's loose or not. It depends. Like my LFO, it is super loose now, but some of my other modules are pretty tight still, so it works well. But it's really just it's playing with it enough just to know and know that I'm going too much, too little, and really just being very forgiving as well, because it's very easy to get into your own head about it, but sometimes you just gotta just do it. Okay, so that's what was doing that. So I'm gonna go back to the horizontal to like how we had it like that, and that was with the waveform gen. And yeah, now we're getting into some cool territory right there. That is sick. Some type of bacterial star or something like that. I think that's really a great place to stop with that, and as a quick patch. So to recap, let's backtrack. So the whole goal was to try to like max out the fader and mixer in some way. I actually mentally, right when I said that to start, I was like, well, I'm actually going to feedback, go from one to the other and feedback in. But this just kind of came out and it's actually really cool. So as I say, sometimes you just gotta just let it go. So let's just start. So here's the prismatic ray here. We're going out into the staircase as a source. Then we're going divide by 4 and divided by 1 into the mixer mixed together. And then that same prismatic ray is the positive or the CV source of this mixer. So like you go negative, positive like that, which is really cool on both sides. The output of that is just going to the green right here. Next is this other prismatic ray, which is it's modulating the original one, and then it's also going out to the fader, which another part of the fader is coming from, or channel of the fader is coming from the triple video filter, which is originally being sourced. The source of that is coming from divided by 2 staircase. So staircase divided by 2 are all starting from this prismatic ray, going to the filter, OLN, going into fader channel A. Channel B is from this prismatic ray, and then it's being CV'd by, which is this waveform generator right here, which gives you this stability. And then from there, and again, I have the multiply all the way up. it's divide by or times 5. So that's a CV for the fader. That's also the pedestal VC for this prismatic ray, and it is also the phase control or phase VC for the staircase, right? Which is really interesting. That's what I wanted to do, is have one main point kind of. Originally it was the triple video filter or LFO, or just one LFO source, but I thought it'd be really good to have it stable. I really like getting it kind of to a stable point, because like, look, now you have a little more control, whereas if this is always VC, being controlled voltage, it's great, but it's different. I really like having something that's defined, then you kind of put voltage control around it. um, Again, just like the previous ones, like making a cake and then decorating the cake and then adding all the extras, sprinkles and candles and numbers and things from the Goodwill. Talk to Eric about that one. um, and then lastly, we take the LFO, one LFO, going into the frequency modulation of the staircase. So, where's this? So going back to the fader is actually going to the red, which I didn't specify previously. Up here, the fader is going to the red. And then another part of the video filter, this waveform, it's the low pass waveform, is going to the blue. And that's how we're getting kind of similar design, but then it's also being layered in such a way that it feels all together. I mean, it feels all together, but it also feels like, oh, you know, when I say they're layered together, or they're together, it's almost, I think of it like envelope following, is that you kind of delete it and then there's an envelope there and then maybe there's another one after it, but with video you could have it like slightly overlap, so you can create these cool, intricate patterns. And from there, I think I'm done. Enjoy.